Hope you're having a good Thursday. What I'd like to do is we record the From the Heart of Pastor Todd this week, is I would like to kind of give, if you will, a word of remembrance, if you will, concerning Joy Bartlett. Joy is a gentleman who's 24 years old, and he was kin to Loretta Lytle and her family, and also Jada Russell and hers. Joy lost his battle that he had fought since he was a baby, and that was a battle against seizures. He passed away today. Joy has had seizures and difficulties with seizures since he was a baby. This last round of severe seizures left him in a situation where his brain could not keep his bodily functions operating. We lift his mom, his sister, and the family to the Lord, and we ask that you do the same. Please keep each of these in your prayers. Now, I would like to shift gears, and I would like for you to begin to think about what it will be like to come back to church. Now, I still can't tell you when that will be, because we are waiting on the orders to come. We are still waiting. But I want to go ahead and begin to share with you some items concerning this. There are so many conflicting reports when you begin to listen to all the guidelines concerning things that are coming from the governor's office, from the federal offices, the national offices, as well as from our local governments. I know that everyone has one thought in mind, and that is protecting the people. But there's a lot of conflicting reports. And so it makes it very difficult to actually know when this may occur. But we're looking forward to that day. And what I would like to do here is I would like to share with you a few things that will be happening, and then I'd like to just share with you some points about what it will be like to come back to church. Number one, we're going to be putting out a video. I'm not sure when. It really just depends on what begins to happen over the next week. But this video is going to be basically showing you how we're going to have to do church now. We're going to walk with you through the fellowship hall, where one service will be, and then we're going to walk with you through the sanctuary, the upstairs of our main church building. We're going to have to do things a little different, and we don't want any of that to surprise you when you come back to church, because we want your attention to be on, we're back together and we're going forward for the cause of Jesus Christ. So we're going to put out a video. We also want to let everybody know that we are going to continue to put services on Facebook and YouTube like we have been doing. We're going to continue to do all of that. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be 3 messages, if it will be less. I don't know what that's going to look like. We're just going to have to walk through that door and adjust out as we go. We do want you to know the first thing that we want to say as we look at the church opening back up. The first thing we want to say that if you are experiencing any kind of sickness of any kind, You need to watch it on Facebook or YouTube, because we need you to be very conscientious about how you feel, because no one can know how you feel besides yourself. And so if you are sick, if you have any symptoms, if you feel bad, whatever, we want you to watch it on Facebook. That is why we're going to continue to do this. We also realize that there will be some that will still be hesitant to come. And we understand that. We do not want anybody to think that we are pressuring you to come back to church. Lord only knows how much we want to see you. And we want to all be back together. But we also understand that if you are concerned, we want to make it available that you can still go to church by going to Facebook or YouTube. And so we want everybody to understand that. But when we do come back, we will begin by offering 2 services on Sundays. One will be at 9 and the other at 10:30. The 9 o'clock service will be in the fellowship hall, and the 10:30 service will be in the sanctuary. We do recommend that the elderly come to the 9 o'clock service, because it will be easier to get in and out of the fellowship hall. But we ask that you attend which service would best fit you and your family. We will not be requiring people to wear masks, but please feel free to wear masks if you would like. We will have hand sanitizer at each door for your convenience. There will be plates at the exits for you to place your tithes, because no plates will be passed in the service. We're going to strive. Our goal is to keep the services at 45 minutes or a little under. The guidelines we have decided to take that we will be cleaning and disinfecting by are found in some of the information given out by the CDC, but also as well as our insurance company, Brotherhood Mutual. These procedures have been reviewed by our local board of administration and have been put into our minutes. As for now, no bulletins will be given out, and there will be no hymnals or Bibles in the pews. Now, this is not something that is really our call here. This is suggestions that are being made by these folks that have most of the knowledge when it comes to this sickness. We also understand that no matter how much planning goes into our church reopening, there will still be things we will have to adjust as we go. Your patience is appreciated. All social distancing guidelines should be followed. No handshakes or hugs for now, but elbow bumps are permitted. We will have our LBA members standing at various places if questions arise. And please know that your local board of administration and myself have worked tirelessly to make reopening a possibility. A side note here. We understand that our senior citizens need to take extra precautions. If you attend, know that all things have been cleaned and disinfected. If you need to remain away at this time, please know we understand. If you cannot get the services on Facebook and need a CD with only audio, we can provide that. If you need something to play a CD on, we can also provide that. I just need to know, so please let me know. As more information is put into practice, we will continue sharing on Facebook and on our calling service. Pray for the local Board of Administration and myself as we work to make church possible again and also to make church safe. And please know, we miss each of you very much and we love you all. As we close this evening, we have a devotion that we would like to share with you. The last few weeks, it seems as the Lord has given us, if you will, kind of a theme for each week. And our devotions, we're reading from The Experience by Henry Blackaby and his son, Richard. From the book of Psalm, chapter 37, verse 25. I have been young and now I am old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken or his descendants begging bread. David had walked with God for a long time. As a young boy herding sheep, David had played songs of praise to God on his heart. As a soldier going into battle, he put his trust in God. When his enemies were trying to destroy him, David relied on God to save him. David turned to God for guidance when he became king, the most powerful man in the country. Now David was an old man. He had trusted God throughout his long life. As he looked back over his experiences, David concluded that he had never seen God fail a righteous person. If your heart is right before God, this is a promise for you. Throughout history, God has never failed anyone who sought to obey him, so he's unlikely to start now. However, if you are choosing your own way, don't hold false assurance that God is obliged to meet your needs. Many Christians are confident that God will take care of them simply because they are Christians, even though they continue to live in disobedience to him. The only ones who can count on God's blessings are those who choose to live a life that is righteous. David was by no means perfect, but all his life he sought to nurture his relationship with God. At times, this meant crying out in anguish for forgiveness. David always made his relationship with God the highest priority in his life. Are you worried about whether God will take care of your needs? If you are living the way God wants you to, you have no reason to be concerned. God will be just as faithful with you as he was with David and with every other righteous person who has ever lived. Those are words that you can take to the bank. Again, David said, I have been young and now I am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken. We hope that this evening you have a wonderful evening, and we hope that you take these words, put them in your mind, hide them away in your heart, and know that God is on your side. Have a good evening.